to the present and gives you a clear path forward. But plans alone are not enough. The wealthy pair planning with action and action with measurement. They do not just set a budget, they track it. They do not just declare a savings goal, they monitor their accounts. They do not just hope for growth in business, they review the numbers. What gets measured gets managed, and what gets managed improves. Money responds to attention. If you ignore it, it leaks away. If you monitor it, it grows. There is also a law of priorities. Not all actions are equal. Some produce 10 times, 100 times more results than others. The wealthy identify the few key actions that drive the most results and focus relentlessly on them. In business, these are the activities that generate revenue, attract customers, and build assets. In personal finance, these are the habits of saving, investing, and upgrading skills. By focusing on the vital few instead of the trivial many, you accelerate your progress.
We got five
Consider
minutes
the
to the
Pareto
on that.
principle, often called the 80-20 rule. 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts. In money, this means that a small number of decisions, such as what career you choose, how you manage debt, and how early you start saving, determine most of your financial destiny. By focusing on the right 20%, you can transform your future. Another law in the science of money is the law of leverage. Wealth is not built by effort alone, but by multiplying effort through leverage. There are many forms of leverage: the leverage of people, systems, capital, and technology. For example, one person can only work so many hours, but if that person builds a team, their results multiply. If they design a system that works even when they sleep, their reach expands further. If they use capital, money working for them, they harness the power of compounding. And if they embrace technology, they extend their impact globally. The wealthy think in terms of leverage. They ask, how can I achieve more with less direct effort? How can I use resources to multiply results? Leverage is why a business owner often becomes wealthy while an employee, working just as hard, may not. The business owner leverages the work of many employees, the systems they design, and the capital they invest. The employee relies only on their own hours. To build wealth, you must think beyond individual effort. You must design structures, investments, and opportunities that multiply your impact. Another dimension of leverage is specialization. In a world overflowing with general knowledge, specialists command the highest rewards. A general doctor earns a respectable income, but a brain surgeon earns many times more. A general lawyer provides useful services, but a patent attorney specializing in intellectual property earns vastly more. The more specialized your skills, the greater the leverage of your time. Specialization makes you rare, and rarity commands value. But specialization must be paired with adaptability. The world changes rapidly, and skills that were valuable yesterday may fade tomorrow. The wealthy are alert to change. They study trends, anticipate shifts, and adapt before others do. They are like surfers, watching the waves, positioning themselves early, and riding the crest when it comes. Those who cling to the past, resisting change, are left behind. Wealth requires the
Let's see what
courage
price
to
does, man.
pivot,
Honestly,
to
like,
learn new
just gotta wait
skills,
for
and
the
to
news now.
embrace innovation. Adaptability is
The
especially
reason why we
important
do
in
this now
times of
is
disruption. Economic recessions,
right now, but
technological revolutions, and global crises
sometimes
reshape the
we can
landscape of
equal high, so
opportunity.
like
While many freeze in fear,
it's
the
dodgy right now.
wealthy look for openings. During downturns, assets are cheaper, competition weakens, and
I don't
new
think I want
needs
to
emerge.
allow price to
Those who
go
act
above
with
this
courage and
midpoint.
foresight in these times
So it's almost like
often
my stop
create
loss is like right
fortunes.
here at the same time.
The science of money teaches us
So
to
the
view
news, I'm gonna
crises
give them
not
some
as dead
bread.
ends, but as turning points, moments when new possibilities arise for those prepared to seize them. Alongside adaptability is the principle of resilience. Every financial journey encounters setbacks: a failed investment, a job loss, an unexpected expense. For some, these setbacks become permanent roadblocks.
For the resilient, they become detours. Resilience means bouncing back stronger after setbacks. It means refusing to let temporary defeats define your destiny. The wealthy understand that failure is not the end, but a teacher. They ask, what can I learn? How can I improve? How can I rise higher because of this? With resilience, every loss becomes a seed of future gain. Wealth also demands emotional control. Money stirs powerful emotions: greed, fear, excitement,
Alright,
anxiety. These emotions, if uncontrolled, lead to poor decisions.
got news at
Many
10,
investors buy
9,
high in
8,
excitement and sell
7,
low in panic.
6,
Many
5,
consumers overspend
4,
when they
3,
are stressed or
1.
impulsive. Emotional discipline is therefore a cornerstone of financial success. The wealthy learn to master their emotions rather than be
Straight to my
mastered
stop.
by them. They make decisions based on logic, analysis, and long-term vision, not short-term moods. This emotional control extends to patience. Wealth grows slowly, like a tree, not instantly, like a firework. The impatient seek quick gains, gamble recklessly, or chase
Anything else in my
fads.
contract?
The patient invest consistently, wait through downturns, and allow compounding to work its magic. Patience turns time into an ally, while impatience turns it into an enemy. Every fortune has been built with patience, the willingness to delay gratification today for greater rewards tomorrow. And yet patience must not be confused with passivity. Wealth requires active participation, deliberate action, and the courage to seize opportunities when they arise. The balance is wisdom. Act boldly when the time is right. Wait calmly when the time is not. This balance of patience and decisiveness is what separates the wise investor from the reckless gambler. Wealth is not only about accumulating money, but also about building a life of balance and harmony. Money without health leads to suffering.
I wouldn't want this
Money
packet to
without
open now, so just keep
relationships
jumping.
leads to loneliness. Money without purpose leads to emptiness. True wealth embraces all dimensions of life: financial, physical, emotional, and spiritual. The science of money reveals that the wealthiest individuals think in terms of the whole picture. They ask not only, how much money can I earn, but also, what kind of life am I creating? A person who sacrifices health for wealth may later spend that wealth trying to regain health. A person who sacrifices relationships for career success may later sit in luxury, but with no one to share it. Money should be a servant of life, not a master.
Find out the
It is
midpoint
meant
now,
to
so
enhance freedom, joy, and contribution, not to consume them. To build this balance, you must first master time. Time is the currency of life, more precious than money. You can always earn more money, but you can never earn more time. The wealthy know this deeply. They guard their time fiercely, using it for what matters most. They delegate tasks that others can do. They automate processes. They eliminate distractions. They focus on activities that yield the highest return, whether in money, health, or happiness. Think of your time as an investment
come on,
portfolio.
man.
Each hour is a unit of capital. You can spend it wastefully, or you can
Thank you.
invest it wisely. When you spend it on
Even.
meaningless distractions, you get little return. When you invest it in learning, building, connecting, and creating, the
Now let's see
returns
what we get.
multiply across your lifetime. Wealthy people constantly ask, is this the best use of my time right now? That one question alone can double your productivity and transform your results. In the science of money, another vital truth
I don't know
emerges:
if you want to see this
environment
price all the way
matters.
down.
Your surroundings, both physical and mental, shape your destiny. If you live in clutter, your mind feels cluttered. If you live among negativity, your thoughts become negative. If you live among inspiration, discipline, and vision, you rise to meet them. The wealthy are intentional about their environments.
They design spaces that encourage focus and creativity. They surround themselves with people who challenge them to grow. They choose communities, networks, and mentors that align with their goals. This extends to financial environment as well. If you keep your money in a place where it earns nothing, it stagnates. If you put it in an environment of growth, investments, assets, opportunities, it multiplies. Just as plants thrive in fertile soil, money thrives in fertile environments. Choosing the right environment for your finances is as important as choosing the right soil for a seed. Another principle of wealth is the law of anticipation. Wealthy individuals think long-term. They look not only at today's needs, but at tomorrow's possibilities. They anticipate changes in markets, industries, and technologies. They prepare for downturns and position for upturns. They think in decades, not days. Most people live paycheck to paycheck, reacting to emergencies as they come. The wealthy live with foresight, creating buffers, reserves, and
Want to run
strategies
out this
that keep them
floor.
secure no matter what
Start
storms
trolling and stuff.
arise. This foresight extends to planning for retirement, legacy, and the next generation. The wealthy do not wait until the end of life to think about retirement. They begin early, investing consistently, letting compounding work across decades. They do not wait until old age to consider legacy. They live with the awareness that wealth is not only for them, but for their children, their communities, and the world. The science of money encourages us to ask, what am I building that will outlast me?
Many fall into the trap of upgrading houses, cars, clothes, and luxuries every time income increases. But this is the treadmill of consumption. No matter how much they earn, they always spend it. The wealthy practice restraint. They increase lifestyle modestly while channeling most of their surplus into investments. They understand that wealth is not measured by what you spend, but by what you keep. This restraint requires emotional maturity. It means resisting the urge to impress others, to keep up with appearances, to indulge every desire.
Surround the lower
The
troll.
science of money reminds us that true status comes not from possessions, but from freedom. The freedom to live on your own terms, without debt, without dependency, without fear of financial collapse. That kind of freedom is worth far more than a new car or designer clothes. Another aspect of maturity is delayed gratification. Most people want instant results, quick money, fast success,
Wasn't really the
immediate
best
pleasure.
day, but
But
I was
wealth
able to
grows for those
keep
willing
up
to
with it.
wait.
So,
Just as a farmer plants seeds in spring,
yeah.
tends them through summer, and harvests in autumn,
Honestly, my next
so must
that's gonna
you plant financial seeds today and wait for their harvest in the future. Patience separates those who grow
open.
wealthy
We'll be
from
back
those who stay
tomorrow.
trapped in financial
Make sure you
struggle.
guys come.
The science of money also
It was
emphasizes creativity.
on top.
Wealth is
Thank
not
God.
only about following
Peace, y'all.
formulas, it is about creating